Well, now, the current recession has seen the failure of well-known businesses like Budget Travel and O'Brien Sandwich Bars. But here's a good news story that shows how a business can literally come back from the dead with a little bit of initiative, local cooperation and, of course, some money. Cork-Swansea ferries closed nearly 4 years ago, but they will sail the seas again from the 1st of March next, thanks mainly to the efforts of local people who responded to a campaign to restore the service to operation. Hundreds of people, ranging from a local dock worker to an 83-year-old English woman living Ballydehob, each gave anything from €1 up to €10,000 towards the venture. A new ship, the MV Julia, was purchased, and the crew will be recruited in the coming weeks. Paul O'Brien is the General Manager of West Cork Tourism Co-op. The organisation set up to run the new service. Hi, Paul. How are you today?
Hi, Derek. Very good, thank you.
Sounds fantastic. Before we go on and talk a little bit more about this, let's have a listen to what the people of Cork think about the comeback of the Cork-Swansea ferry.
I think it's a great idea because it was badly wanted, brought in a lot of visitors, and it was very handy for people going over to England. When the old Swansea ferry was there, I went over to friends of ours in Wales, so it was very convenient.
So people will use it, you think?
Oh yes, definitely. And not only people, but the cargo lorries and so forth could be very handy for them as well.
Well, I think it's great for the area, it's great for tourism, hopefully great for jobs.
Will you use it?
Oh, I will, yes.
Probably not. I'm no reason to travel to Wales really, but if I was heading abroad, maybe if I was heading to England, if I had to, I don't know, if I was driving over, maybe in the future, but for the moment, no.
Do you think it'd be good for Cork?
Definitely. Like, I live in Cove myself, so you're so used to seeing it passing when I was younger, and it is a sight that's missed down in Cove, definitely.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It is actually, yeah. I think they should have had it lit up for Christmas. It would have been spectacular, but even at night it looks great.
We've been looking at it, right, for ages.
It's impressive, isn't
yeah,
it?
it is. And it's good to see it back. We need the links.
Being honest, I wouldn't probably use a ferry that much, but saying that, I think it's a good thing for it to be back open in the city. It's an important link to have back open, and being able to take a car over from Cork rather than having to go to Rosslare or going back up to Holyhead. So I think once it starts being promoted, that it's definitely something that will add an awful lot to the city.
The sooner it comes in, the better. It's a lovely looking ship. I haven't been on board, but it looks nice.
What do you think it'll do for Cork?
Well, more business, more tourists.
Will you use it?
Please God.
I think it's a great idea, to be honest with you, I think I travelled before years ago when I was a young fella, and
Still a young fella.
yeah, it's a great trip or whatever, Really enjoyed it, yeah.
Will you use it?
I might do, yeah, depending on rates and whatever,
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely a great idea to reopen it,
Yeah, I've never actually taken the car over the other side of the water, but yeah, I probably would, I suppose.
Do you think it's good for Cork?
Oh, definitely. Anything that can get more people coming into Cork as well is always a good thing.
Well, that must sound promising to you, Paul.
Yes, it does, Derek.
The fact that people are willing to use it.
Yes, look, I mean, there's no doubt that once you open a link, people will begin to use it. People will find reasons to travel. Getting into Swansea from this side of the water means you're directly onto the M4 in the UK, and that gives you access to the southwest of England, to London directly, and of course up north towards Birmingham in the Midlands. Once the access is there, people will begin to use it. And of course, conversely, coming back from the UK, we'll be opening up, a link that was there previously. The new ferry company is called Fastnet Line, by the way. It's a completely new venture, wholly owned by the co-op. 80% of the traffic historically came from the UK, and a lot of that was tourism-based traffic. So we're looking forward to welcoming those people back, because we've really missed them since 2006.
I bet you have. You've got the ship already, the MV Julia. Tell us about her.
She was bought in Finland. She was constructed in Germany in 1982. She originally was on a route from Sheerness in Kent over to Flushing in Holland. Spent a lot of time up in the Scandinavian peninsulas. She's over 153 metres long, so that's longer than from goalpost to goalpost in Croke Park. She can carry 400 cars, 1,800 passengers at maximum. She's got over 300 cabins. She can carry 30 freight trucks, 5 restaurants, 3 bars. So there's a huge space on board for people to enjoy themselves. It's very, very modern, and been totally refurbished about 4 years ago. So the public areas and the cabins are in fantastic order, and I think it's going to be a treat for anybody who wants to travel on her.
And was it expensive?
We think we bought it probably at the rock bottom part of the cycle in with the recession and all that. we bought her for €7.8 million, which is a tiny amount of money for such an enormous ship.
Well, you could pay that for some yachts, couldn't you?
Yes, you could.
Literally, people do.
Well, the people of West Cork have bought one of the finest yachts that you can get.
Yeah. And everybody has access to it. That's the beauty of it.
Absolutely.
So now, I said people gave anything from €1 up to €10,000. Explain that to me exactly, will you please?
Yes, we decided when we saw there was a need for the ferry service to come back, and that a private company wasn't going to do it, in cooperation with the Port of Cork, who sort of led the charge to get the service restored. They told us that there was a ship available for €10 million, and they said that with other finance in place, if we could somehow come up with €3 million, we could get the service restored.